In this segment, we're going to go over the different page templates that come with ConstructCo theme by Tilt Themes. So first thing we always want to do is log into our WordPress installation. And we're going to go to our Pages tab since that's where our page templates live. So let's start out and let's add a new page. By default, each page has two different tabs. It has a header tab and a content tab. The header tab gives you the ability to change the header on a page. So let's go ahead and name our page, and then let's just leave everything default. Now let's take a look at what our default page will look like. So here we go. We got our little breadcrumbs and our page title right there. So this section right here is what we consider the header section in this theme. So let's look at how we modify that. Say I wanted to add an image. I would select the banner image. I could add a description. And then I can also add an image. Let's see what that looks like. So you can see our header section changed quite a bit in this example. We continue to have a breadcrumbs, but they're styled a little bit differently. You see where the description is added, and then we've added our image to the header as well. So you can play around with each of these. For instance, you could hide the breadcrumbs. Like so. You can not show a description, or you can even not include an image if you really wanted to. The other option that we have in the header section is the ability to add a slideshow. The cool thing about this is you can add as many slides as you want. Simply select an image, add a caption, which is similar to a description. If you'd like to have a button on the overlaying the slide, then you can add a button text and a link. Let's go ahead and add a couple slides real quick. And in the second slide, we'll show what it looks like without a button. We'll add one more slide with no content at all. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So as you can see, the layout kind of is similar to just a banner image, but it's slightly different. We have our caption here, our button, and then we have our different slides. So you can see with each slide you have the ability to show all options, just one option, or just the image itself. Okay, now let's move on to the Content tab. Here you have two options. You can add content to WordPress's default content area, or you have the ability to add any one of our 12 flexible content sections. Now we won't go over these in detail. We have a separate video for each content section that goes over how to add and use them. Just know that this is where you would add those sections. Let's move on to another template. We'll continue to use our sample page, and we'll simply change our template to left sidebar. As you can see, everything stays the same. The difference with this template is rather than the content spanning the whole width of the website, it's only going to span a certain width and leave room for a sidebar. So let's take a look right now. So here is our default page, and now with it being a left sidebar page, we see that there is a sidebar now added to the left-hand side. Any content that we add is going to show up in this area right here. The right sidebar is going to look exactly the same, except obviously the sidebar is going to be on the right hand side. Now, one thing to note, this sidebar is controlled in your appearance, under appearance widgets, and you can control which widgets you want to show up in that sidebar. And the sidebar is a global sidebar. There is not more than one sidebar by default. The last template that we have available is the payment template. Now, this template is used for Stripe payment integration. We won't go over it in this video. If you're interested in that template and you want to integrate with Stripe, I recommend you check out our other video entitled ConstructCo WordPress Theme Stripe Integration. Okay, that about does it for our page templates. As you can see, it's very simple, very easy to use, but because of our flexible content, you have hundreds and hundreds of possibilities for different page layouts. As always, if you have any questions or concerns when you're working with our theme, please feel free to contact us through ThemeForest under the comments section.